With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. As we take a peek at their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native and former Oregon Duck, Marcus Mariota.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. They'll run on first down. It's Goodwin. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
2nd and 6.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now they'll get this to Mims on the jet sweep. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On second down now. It's Goodwin. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week
to
really hurt
come
their
on.
performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this
All right, guys,
week in
I'm out of
practice,
here.
there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their performance.
All right.
It was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now left side on the swing pass. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Makes the score Colts 3, Vikings nothing.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for it, both inside and on the perimeter.
So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
It was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The numbers for Ridley a week ago. 4 catches, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Complete to number 86. A gain of 20.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about the guy throwing all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. First quarter touchdown run. Remember, this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance that was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here?
The big bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
So off to a great start here. Maybe looking for award number 2, adding to the award that he won last week in the NFC. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right?
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Now Mariota. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Intercepted by the Vikings.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
And a Vikings first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your own words to set the tone of physicality. Pound the rock.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll set up to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And they give this time to the tailback. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
18-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
3rd and long here for Mario. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 8.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st down, it's Russell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
A gain of
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and throw it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And again this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
someone
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd down. Goodwin. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give right side. It's Goodwin. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's got Burton here. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. To the air again, Mariota. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one...
Out of here, Brad.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. The extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half.
I am now. I had fallen asleep until he said something. Just woke me up.
St. Gonzalez set to kick off.
So they throw it. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Right? 11 o'clock.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Oh, nice.
At their own 20-yard line.
Winning?
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space.
They have Mariota, is that what you said earlier?
What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way. as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Normally, being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown from 21 yards away. And this offense is running away with this one.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
Nice.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Happy rush defense.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. A nice little juke. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack.
You don't play the line, right? Normally.
The defensive
I don't either. My life.
Start making plays.
Give him 9 there.
When I played
completion.
playing against the Cardinals, I had a guy, my rookie, that was up for an upgrade to star. All I had to get him was 1 sack or tackle for a loss or something. And towards the end of the game, he didn't have nothing. And that's like, just, you gotta play him. Try to get in there. Like, I don't know how to do it.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Yep.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Oh, yeah.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here.
Oh, because he's a lineman. Yeah, it's probably it. Is that my...
Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Oh, no shit. Nice.
So they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets.
Second-year guy, your rookie last year.
He might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
2nd and 1. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Weston. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
He was
able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft it.
They'll run on 1st down. Russell. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
2nd down and inches. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job here stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He's got it, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Calvin Ridley. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Your team?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession.
Oh, I haven't heard that one either.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On third down, Mariota completes it to the tight end, Burton. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
At their own 16-yard.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
At the 16-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
4-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Russell, and he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
And at the 2-yard
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult.
And this time he is in. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
Gonzalez set to kick off.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Nice.
Their own 26-yard line.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That catch good for 5. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Mariota from the gun on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I think he'll like this little montage. He's hit pay dirt 3 times.
This feels like good scouting and preparation throughout the week has turned into excellent execution. I mean, the job that they've done up front, creating the spaces for him, and, of course, his nose for the end zone, it's a terrific combination.
Now he's looking maybe for a 4th touchdown run. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On second down, it's Russell. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
12 yards there, first down Vikings. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On third down, Russell. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
He's tackled at the
5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Well, he gets attended to. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Take it at the 37. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Minnesota. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Here's a 1st down throw that's complete and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Russell, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
18-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. That one looks like he'll throw here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
Pick it.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a play to catch.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Intended for Irv Smith Jr. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Got an open man. It's Washington. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Darren Lee in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.